It is now my pleasure, friends, comrades, to invite Sohum Won, Vice Chairman of the DPRK Committee for Cultural Relations for Foreign Countries, to take the floor.
각국의 대표 여러분, 나는 먼저 우리 인민과 조선민주주의인민공화국 대문화연락위원회를 대표해서 백두산 민칭성 국제축전 조직위원회 결성식에 참가하기 위해서 대양과 대륙을 넘어 불원천리현 대표 선수들에게 중심으로 되는 사회를 표합니다. 아울러 태양절에 줌하여 여기 민스크에서 조직위원회 결성식을 진행할 것을 발기하고 많은 노력과 성의를 기울여준 김일성, 김정일 명칭 전국 벨라루시 조선인민의 친우협회 상설상무위원회 위원장 레오니드 슈콜레니코브 선생을 비롯한 벨라루시 여러분들에게 깊은 사의를 표합니다. 여러 대표 선생들이 일치하게 토론한 것처럼 백두산 절세위인들은 인류 공동의 번영과 행복, 세계의 평화와 자주적 발전을 위하여 모든 것을 다 바치신 위인 중에 위인들이시며 그분들의 위대성과 업적을 길이 전하고 빛내려는 것은 세계 진보적 인민들의 한결같은 지향이며 영혼입니다. 하기에 세계 진보적 인민들의 적극적인 지지와 참가 밑에 지난 2002년부터 지금까지 근 20년간 5차례의 백두산 위인칭송 국제축전이 정례적으로 성대히 진행되어 왔으며 오늘은 이렇듯 백두산 위인칭송 국제축전사에서 새로운 리정표로 되는 조직위원회 결성식을 가지게 되었습니다. 백두산 위인칭송 국제축전 조직위원회 결성은 이 축전을 국제적인 대정치 문화 축전으로 끊임없이 발전시켜 나감으로써 백두산 절세 위인들의 위대성과 업적을 세계를 이어가며 영원토록 전하고 빛내는 데서 획기적인 우위를 가지게 될 것입니다. 더욱이 인류 공동의 경사스러운 명절인 태양절과 위대한 영도자 김정일 동지께서 조선민주주의인민공화국 국방위원회 위원장으로 높이 추대되신 25돌, 경의하는 최고 영도자 김정은 동지께서 우리 당과 국가 수위에 높이 추대되신 6돌씩 되는 뜻깊은 시기에 결성식이 진행되는 것으로 해서 그 오이가 보다 크다고 생각합니다. 백두산 절세 위인들에 대한 세계 진보적 인민들의 절절한 부모심은 우리 인민을 크게 감동시키고 있으며 그토록 위대하신 분들을 영도자로 어버이로 모신 크나큰 영광과 궁지를 안고 사회주의 강국 건설과 세계 자주화 위협을 더욱 힘있게 다그쳐 나가게 하고 있습니다. 우리 인민은 우리 당과 국가 군대의 최고 영도자이신 경의하는 김정은 동지 현명한 영도 밑에 최후 발악하는 적대 세력들의 도전을 짓부시고 사회주의 강국 건설에서 빛나는 승리를 이룩할 것이며 위대한 수령 김일성 동지와 위대한 영도자 김정일 동지의 최대의 애국 유산인 우리 공화국이 세계가 공인하는 전략국가의 지위에 당당히 올라선 데 맞게 세계 자주화 위협 수행에서 계속 선구자적 역할을 수행할 것입니다. 또한 지금까지 그러했던 것처럼 앞으로도 백두산 위인칭송 국제축전 조직 사업을 비롯한 여러분의 훌륭한 사업에 깊은 관심을 돌리고 전적인 지지 성원과 아낌없는 방조를 드릴 것입니다. 나는 이 뜻깊은 자리에서 백두산 위인칭송 국제축전 조직위원회 결성을 열렬히 축하하면서 결성식의 성과적 진행을 위하여 아낌없는 노력과 성의를 바쳐준 여러분들에게 다시 한번 중심으로 되는 사회를 표하는 바입니다. 아울러 세계 진보적 인민들의 열렬한 기대와 참가 밑에 백두산 위인칭송 국제축전이 국제적인 대정치 문화 축전으로 성대히 진행되고 계속 확대 발전되도록 하는데 자신의 모든 힘을 다 바쳐갈 결의를 피력하는 바입니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sohul Wan, for a very powerful and inspiring speech that you've delivered here today.
감사합니다, 소원 선생님. 선생의 그 열정적이고 고무적인 연설에 다시 한번 사회를 표합니다.
And once again, allow myself to congratulate Mr. Peter Woods, Mr. Kirsten, and Dr. Dermot Hudson for their very fine and inspiring speeches delivered here today. Thank you very much.
조주 선생과 크리스텐 선생 그리고 경호투 선생들이 훌륭한 연설을 해준 데 대해 사회를 표합니다.
As it is clearly pointed out in the speeches, I see that it is the matured requirements of the times to form the organising committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu as a standing international organisation to regulise the International Festival in praise of their Excellencies Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un, the great leaders of Korea and the personally great persons of Mount Paektu, and to organise colourful cultural events to give wider international publicity to Mount Paektu itself, the very mountain deeply associated with the revolutionary struggle of the Korean people against imperialism and particularly US imperialism. Now, as chair of this meeting, upon the authorisation, please allow me, with great pleasure, to announce the constituent members of the organising committee of the International Festival. Co-chairpersons, Ms. Ragawati Sakopati from Indonesia, Mr. Jesus Antonio Carlos Hernandez from Mexico, Mr. Damien Uzoma Abogana, Nigeria, Mr. Peter Woods, Australia, Mr. Victor Petrov, Russia, Mr. Yahya Zakara Karela from Egypt, Mr. Fumaro Himori from Japan, Mr. Anders Christensen, Denmark, Ms. Kim Jong-sok, the Democratic Peoples of Korea. Vice Chairpersons, Mr. Manali from Nepal, Mr. Nikita Takashu Churdinet, Ethiopia, Mr. Boynet Quennedy from France, and Mr. Soho Wan, Vice Chairman, Committee for Cultural Relations with Foreign Countries, Vice Chairman, Korean Committee for Solidarity with the World People. Members of the committee, Mr. Neil Fitzgerald from Australia, Mr. Sunny Trappa from India, Mr. Haran Arashtid, Bangladesh, Ms. Norma G. Venus, the Philippines, Mr. Raymond Ferguson, Australia, Mr. Javed Ansari, Pakistan,
4대 앞살이
Mr. Tiga Santosa, Indonesia.
인도네시아
Mr. Krista London, Sweden.
크리스티르 중국
Mr. Leonid Sholokov, Belarus.
레오니드 슈코리니코
Mr. Alejandro Castabinos, Spain.
알레한드로
Mr. Pekka Kosari, Finland.
피카 코투사탄
Mr. Martin Lostia, Switzerland.
마르틴
Mr. Dermot Hudson from the UK.
드모트로스 영국입니다.
Mr. Igor Jurasic,
이거
Slovenia. Mr. Manfred Schreider,
슬로베니아
Germany.
만프레기
Mr. Bonakali Majuba,
보나케
South Africa.
남아프리카
Mr. Javed Ahmad, Kuwait.
쿠웨이트
Mr. Julius Caesar Ballesteros, Ecuador.
폴리오
Miss Rosina Matrido da Campos, Brazil.
로자니타 캄포스
Mr. Sergi Davaca, Belarus.
제바티오
Miss Komingama Webalu,
코지마 웨보 유선생
I don't have a country for it here. Mr. Jo Chol Ron, Vice Chairman, Korea Asia Pacific Exchange.
조선아시아 태평양 교류협회
Mr. Ro Kong Il, Executive Director, Korea Europe Cultural Exchange Promotion Association.
조선 유럽 문화
Mr. Ko Mung Hun, Secretary General, Korean Latin American Caribbean Regional Friendship Secretary,
라틴 아메리카
Secretary General of the Korean Friendship Society.
조선
Allow me, on behalf of this meeting, to congratulate all those who have been elected to this significant gathering here today. And I remain confident that all of the members will carry out their duties praiseworthy in recognition
이번
of the 5th International Festival
공식
of Praise to the Great Persons of Mount Paektu.
앞으로 총선을
Esteemed delegates, comrades and friends, expressing my full confidence that individuals from various countries across the world that have constituted members of the organising committee will make active efforts, and I have great honour to declare the formation
세계 각국이
of the organising committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu. We, the members of the organising committee, will retain close contact and cooperate with our Korean friends to conduct various colourful activities around the world to praise the greatness and excellence of the previously great persons of Mount Paektu and assure everyone present here that we will be fully committed to holding the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu on a regular basis as a grand international political festival. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Peter Woods to make public an official communique for the formation of the organising committee of the International Festival. Mr. Peter Woods.
I read the communique. It will be printed and distributed later. And it will read as follows. The communique, the official report of the organising committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu. Today's inaugural ceremony of the organising committee was held in Minsk, Belarus, on the occasion of the Day of the Sun, an auspicious holiday common to humanity, participated by representatives of various progressive political parties, friendship and solidarity organisations with the Korean people and international organisations around the world. The world's progressive peoples, in reverence of their excellencies Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un, as the illustrious great persons and the son of mankind, for their undying contribution to opening up the independent era in the course of leading the serious Korean Revolution and triumphantly advancing it, and to carrying out the cause of global independence on its brilliant model, are holding the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu on a regular basis. The admiration of the world progressives towards the illustrious great persons of Korea and their expectation and interest in this festival has grown up further as various international politico-cultural events have been organised in between February 2002, when the gathering to greet the son of the 21st century was held on the occasion of the 60th birth anniversary of His Excellency Kim Jong-il, and the 5th International Festival in praise of the great person of Mount Paektu in August last year. Today, this has resulted in the formation of this organising committee. At the inaugural meeting, a report and speeches were made which followed with the elections of co-chairs, vice-chairman and constituent members of the organising committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu. The meeting decided to form a secretariat and its members to be appointed. The formation of the organising committee is of great significance in giving wider publicity to the career and exploits of the illustrious great persons of Korea by further developing the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu in its size and scope as a grand politico-cultural intentional festival of progressive mankind. Significant also in building a new, just and peaceful world by applying the ideologies and realising desires of the illustrious great persons of Korea. The organising committee, reflecting the unanimous desire and demand of the progressive peoples of the world to respect and follow the great persons of Korea and immortalise their greatness and exploits, shall conduct the activities as follows. 1. The organising committee shall further develop the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu into a grand international politico-cultural festival of the world's progressive people. Defining the Declaration of Mount Paektu adopted at the gathering to greet the son of the 21st century and the Paektusan Declaration 2017 in the 5th International Festival in praise of the great persons as its mission and duty, the organising committee shall further develop the festival into a grand international politico-cultural festival in the real sense of the word by organising the festival on a regular basis and continuously enriching its content and style. The organising committee, on the major significant occasions in between the festivals, shall organise various politico-cultural events that introduce and promote the immortal exploits of the illustrious great persons of Korea. For the immediate future, it shall push ahead with the preparation to organise the 6th International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu in Pyongyang and in the Mount Paektu area in 2022, a year in which we mark the 110th birth anniversary of His Excellency Kim Il-sung, the 80th birth anniversary of His Excellency Kim Jong-il, and the 10th anniversary of His Excellency Kim Jong-un's appointment into the highest post of the party and state of Korea. 2. The organising committee shall widely organise and unfold the activities in support and defence of the Korean people in their struggle for just cause. Today, the United States regime and its vassal forces are making last-ditch attempts to stamp out the DPRK's sovereignty and rights to existence and development, and to exterminate socialist Korea once and for all on this planet. This cannot be achieved. The Korean people, under the wise leadership of His Excellency Kim Jong-un, are firmly safeguarding the national sovereignty and dignity, performing miracles admired by the world. This historic struggle of the Korean people give a strong impetus to accomplishment of the cause of global independence, and it becomes a common desire of the progressive mankind aspiring to peace and independence to support and defend Korea. The organising committee shall condemn the most heinous sanctions and blockade schemes of the hostile forces against the DPRK, the bulwark and the banner of the anti-imperialist forces of independence and champion Juche Korea. At the same time, this organising committee shall coordinate on a worldwide scale to widely organise the international solidarity movements in support of the Korean people in their struggle to frustrate moves of separatist forces at home and abroad and achieve the national reunification under the banner of national independence. 3. The organising committee shall launch widespread campaigns to realise genuine international justice and build the independent world. Today, the world progressives feel more keenly with each passing day that by adhering to the ideologies and the cause of the illustrious great persons of Korea, they will be given a right path to building a new independent world where independence and equality of all the countries and nations are guaranteed without domination, subordination, aggression and intervention. In joint efforts with the different parties, organisations, international organisations across the world, and the world's progressive peoples aspiring to independence and justice, the organising committee shall be the vanguard of carrying on the struggle to denounce and reject the moves for aggression and war, and intervention in the domestic affairs of smaller countries perpetrated openly by the imperialist and dominationist forces under the pretext of democracy and defending human rights, and to build an independent new world. This organising committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu, imprinting once again on the minds, the desires and the expectation of the world's progressive people, will fulfil its honourable mission and duty in its efforts to build a new world as befits the ennobling wishes of the illustrious great persons of Korea. This shall be distributed as a communique from the organising committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu, dated April the 11th, 2018, from Minsk.
Thank you, Mr. Peter Woods. As for the official release of the communique, I would like to suggest that we discuss within the Secretariat and forward to every friendship and solidarity organisation within the Korean people around the world by emails or through some other convenient channels. Believing that today's inaugural ceremony has proceeded with great success, I would like to propose the meeting to adopt the letter to His Excellency Kim Jong-un, Supreme Leader of the Korean people, on behalf of all the participants at this meeting. And I will call upon Mr. Pekka Katasari, Chairman of the Finland-Korea Society, to read out the letter.
His Excellency Kim Jong-un, Chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, Chairman of the State Affairs Commission of DPR Korea, Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army. Respected Your Excellency, we have a great honor to advise you with the organization committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu has been formed in Minsk, Belarus, reflecting the boundless administration of the progressive peoples of the world toward the illustration of persons of Korea who have rendered undying service to accomplishment of the cause of global independence with their outstanding ideology and theory, uncommon leadership ability and ennobling virtue. At the same time, we would like to avail ourselves of this opportunity to extend our warmest congratulations to you on the occasion of the Day of the Sun. The auspicious holiday common to humanity of the 25th anniversary of election of His Excellency Kim Jong-un as Chairman of DPRK National Defense Commission and the 6th anniversary of Your Excellency appointment into the highest post of the party and state of Korea. Growing stronger with each passing day are the desire and aspiration of the world's people to immortalize the glory of greatness and exploits of the illustrious great persons of Korea, and to achieve the cause of global independence. With the irresistible yearning of boundless reverence for them, thus the International Festival in praise of great persons of Mount Paektu, held for 5 times since 2002. With the splendor of today, we have had an organizing committee inauguration for the purpose and further developing of international festival into a grand international cultural event of the world progressives. With attending the 5th International Festival in praise of great persons of Mount Paektu in August last year, we climbed Mount Paektu and praised President Kim Il-sung and His Excellency Kim Jong-il as a great sun shining forever along with the era of independence, as well as holding Your Excellency in the highest esteem as the son of the 21st century, guiding the course of global independence into victory. With such pride and honor, we will try our utmost to organize and hold the future international festival as a more significant and magnificent way. Your Excellency, today the world's progressive people are watching with a great impression and admiration the reality of Korea, in which the ideas and the course of President Kim Il-sung and His Excellency Kim Jong-il are being carried forward comprehensively by Your Excellency. The fact that the DPR Korea has been raised in the status of a globally recognized strategic state by frustrating the persisting provocation and threats of the hostile forces is a brilliant outcome of the line of self-defense, spirit of self-reliance and self-development, and the noble sense of duty for the world peace invariably adhered as by the illustration great persons of Korea. In particular, the leading and enlightening activities of Your Excellency Kim Jong-un creates a great sensation in the world, is a vivid manifestation of Your Excellency's high authority in the international arena and rare wisdom, and the strategic status of future Korea has become an immense contribution to peace and security of the Korean Peninsula and those of the world, and building the independent new world. We remain confident that as it is guided by Your Excellency, the construction of a powerful socialist country in Korea will proceed triumphantly, and the cause of global independence will make a dynamic advance. The organizing committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu will fulfill its important and honorable responsibility and duty in immortalizing and glorifying the greatness and exploit of the illustrious great persons of Korea. and in carrying forward the cause of global independence by upholding their ennobling intentions. We sincerely wish you good health and a great new successes in our noble efforts to achieve the prosperity of the country, the national reunification and the global independence. On behalf of the participants of the inaugural ceremony of the organizing committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu, April 11th, 2018, Minsk, Belarus.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kotka Sari, for reading the letter to this meeting today, presented to Kim Jong-un. Esteemed international delegates, dear comrades and friends, with great unity and purpose, we have successfully formed and integrated the organising committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Paektu. As is stipulated in the Pakistan Declaration 2017, we shall closely cooperate and retain the contacts on a worldwide scale to carry out the activities vigorously to laud their Excellencies Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un, the great persons of Mount Paektu, as well as conducting various activities continuously to support the Korean people in their just struggle for peace and reunification. I believe that today's meeting has achieved its purpose and discharged its mission, and I would like to thank and declare the inaugural meeting closed. Thank you very much.